Sometimes it can be expedited and made more efficient whenever you really have the right support and somebody helping to guide you along the way. But everyone goes through all of these stages. There's 6 of them, the 6 stages of gut rehab. Everyone goes through all of them. And nobody out there on the internet or Instagram, no doctor can help you go from stage 1 to stage 6 overnight or with one protocol, one solution, one answer. It's just not going to happen that way. And so I'm really wanting to share this with you guys so that you're not expecting that subconsciously or hoping for that and then being disappointed or discouraged and stopping your journey, stopping your discovery and healing process. The world needs you. The world needs everybody and the gifts that everyone has to bring and share with it, and the impact and the inspiration that you can have.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Nourished and Thriving Show. I'm your host, Katie Lovett. I'm a registered dietitian on a mission to help you increase your impact and legacy on the world while healing your gut and reducing your IBS symptoms. I'm so grateful to have you here. Each week, I'll inspire you to live vibrantly and provide valuable resources and information that empowers you to take bold action towards your health goals. Before we dive in, make sure you follow or subscribe to my show wherever you're listening so you never miss an episode. Ready? Let's go!
Hey everybody, I'm so glad that we're here today. We are going to talk some today about the different stages of gut rehab. So I noticed a while back that whenever people would come to me, everyone just has this kind of subconscious belief that you have this problem, you will eventually find the right answer, and then you'll get better. And you'll move on your merry way, riding on the white horse off into the sunset, never to have to deal with gut health issues again. And I think whenever you hear me say that, it sounds really illogical. But I think whenever somebody is just really in the thick of looking for answers, that's the unspoken expectation. And it doesn't happen, right? Because that's just not the way it works. And so what I observed over time through working with my hundreds of clients and just watching people online in different Facebook groups and forums who are really struggling and hurting from their IBS and their gut symptoms with no answers, I found that there's this progression, and everyone goes through this progression. Some may get stuck in certain spots. Some may go all the way to the end if they're really focused and determined and are able to really do the work and have the right support. But everyone goes through the same process. And sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes it's never finished, right? Like I said, and sometimes it can be expedited and made more efficient whenever you really have the right support and somebody helping to guide you along the way. But everyone goes through all of these stages. There's 6 of them, the 6 stages of gut rehab. Everyone goes through all of them. And nobody out there on the internet or Instagram, no doctor can help you go from stage 1 to stage 6 overnight or with one protocol, one solution, one answer. It's just not going to happen that way. And so I'm really wanting to share this with you guys so that you're not expecting that subconsciously or hoping for that and then being disappointed or discouraged and stopping your journey, stopping your discovery and healing process. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go through all 6. I'm going to give a high level just overview of each of the different stages. And then we're going to do a series of these. And in the series, I'm going to have one episode for each stage. And we're going to go into depth on what it is, how to recognize if you're in this stage, where you can get stuck in this stage, what that looks like, and how you can get stuck, and how to move forward right? Like what skill sets you need, what tools you need to move forward onto the next stage. So here we go. I have actually a visual framework for this. I'm not going to share it right now because most of you guys are listening to this on a podcast. But I do have video trainings for my clients where we take them through this. And on my workshops, I've done this before too. So I want you to envision a pyramid, right? It goes from broadest at the bottom to most narrow at the top. And that also, unfortunately, right now, exemplifies and shows the number of people that tend to be in each category as well, because as you get to the top, it's more difficult to find answers. And then you're also going to go along and realize the personal growth and responsibility that's required as well. And a lot of people aren't aware of that, right? There's just no awareness, or there's no desire that's big enough for them to take action towards that, or they don't have the skill sets or abilities to achieve that. So this foundational level is the biggest level down at the bottom of this pyramid, and it's called the hot mess gut. So if you've been around for very long, follow me on Instagram. If you've heard me talk, you've heard me talk about this hot mess gut. So what this is you're just really surviving each day, right? You're trying to muddle through. You don't really have the ability to look beyond the symptoms that you're experiencing. You're just really stuck, you know? People here may have such bad nausea that they're not really able to eat anything. They, are maybe having diarrhea so many times a day, they're kind of scared to leave their house, and they're just living in this gut symptom bubble. My assistant is here. So people here in this hot mess gut phase, say hi. In this hot mess gut phase, they're just living each day, right? Survival mode, not really able to move forward, and don't really even have the ability to think about another option of what healing might look like, right? Because they're just so miserable and stuck. They're just a hot mess. And I also wanted the identifier in this to be the gut, right? It's not a person at this point, it's just a gut. So the gut is so broken and just causing so many problems that it is taking up way too much space in this person's life. And it's making them miss out on time with their kids. It's making them miss out on trips, job promotions, a job at all, dinners, memories. Like the gut becomes the focal point and the centerpiece of life. Okay, so that's hot mess gut. Not a great place to be, not a place where I want any of you guys to stay. And so then one day they get an idea. This hot mess gut person gets an idea that, hey, maybe there's answers out there. Maybe I can do something to fix this. Maybe they see a friend or a family member they hear about online, something happening where somebody's been able to heal their gut or reduce their symptoms. Maybe they see a commercial on TV for a medication. It can be any of those things. And they start looking deeper into it. They realize, something bigger may be going on. Maybe this person has heard that they need to look for the root cause, right? That something's causing this to happen. They may not use those words to describe it or explain it, but they have this desire to understand why they feel like this. So this phase is called the root cause researcher. So the root cause researcher doesn't really think that medications are a permanent solution, but they can help reduce symptoms and help them to show up a little bit more normally and naturally in their lives. The root cause researcher wants greater understanding and, really wanting to use all of the tools and resources and assets available to them to learn more. Okay. They're just like taking in all the information that they can get everywhere. We're going to dive deeper into this, but sometimes people can get stuck here by getting overwhelmed, right? As I was just saying, they're using all the tools and resources and assets available to them to learn and understand. And it's a lot of information out there. If you've been through this stage yourself, there's a lot to know online. And then you start getting to this point where all the information can contradict itself. And it's really easily to get stuck in that overwhelm phase. So then after that, the next stage up, if someone is able to avoid getting overwhelmed, they're going to start taking some action on what they've learned. And this person is called the short-sighted action taker. And the truth is, whenever you're first starting out on taking action, that's the only action you can take is short-sighted action, because you're not able to see the full picture yet when you're just starting out. A lot of the time, more details and more of the why reveals itself to you along your journey, along the way, as you continue to move forward. So maybe this short-sighted action taker, is reading a book written by an expert and following the advice in there. Maybe they're taking an online course, or they're following a protocol that they got from a blog or a podcast, or maybe they even hire some help. It's great. They're taking some action. It's awesome. May not be perfect action, may not be the magic bullet answer, probably won't be, because there is no magic bullet answer, but they're one step closer to the top, right? They keep moving them forward. So, it's really good, but they don't really know where they're headed. And some people can expect for this, like I said at the beginning, this is the answer. I found the root cause. This is the answer. They follow the protocol and expect poof, presto, my gut's healed. All of my symptoms are solved. And so even though they're taking this action, the responsibility and the power is still in someone or something else. Okay. So the next level up is the discouraged healer. And this is just a part of the protocol, just as part of the journey. Okay. So they've made great progress, maybe following this protocol that they started down on. But maybe they get worse as soon as they stop following this protocol, or maybe the protocol didn't work for them, right? Maybe it kind of reduced symptoms, but not significantly, or maybe it didn't make them better at all. Maybe it made them worse, right? And so now you've put all of your hope into this protocol because it felt like the right thing to do, the right thing to do, the right answer, and you get discouraged, right? And so then you can start saying to yourself, I'm never getting better. There's not hope for me. Everyone who told me that I couldn't do anything about it and I just had to live with it was right. And, it's just, gonna be this way forever. And see how that discouraged healer, they're still putting all of that responsibility in someone or something else. That protocol didn't work for me, right? That protocol, that expert didn't know what they were talking about. What they told me to do didn't work. So I'm never going to get better. I'm giving up. So you can either give up, and people can kind of spiral all the way back down to hot mess gut or root cause researcher, where they start looking again for the perfect answer, or they can keep moving forward and keep taking short-sighted action. So you'll kind of flip down and flip up, right? And at one point, whenever you start taking action, you're going to shoot up past discouraged healer, because something is going to flip inside of you, and you're going to start taking responsibility for yourself and believing in your own body's ability to heal and your resilience. Okay. This is what I call the emerging soul. So this is a really awesome place to be, because you've had some really great breakthroughs. You've gained a lot of understanding about your body and how it works and what makes it tick, what triggers your symptoms, what helps them to feel better. And overall, you're feeling a lot better. Okay. You're feeling a lot better. You're claiming that power to your own gut health. You're creating your own destiny and living your own life, but you're still not completely confident in it, right? You're like my 4-year-old when she's writing her letters and she's writing an A, and she needs me to affirm for her that she did an awesome job writing that A. Right? You did such a great job. A starts with your name. Your name starts with an A. It looks amazing. That's the best A I've ever seen, right? And it puffs her up and it makes her feel good. And she needs to borrow my confidence so that she knows she's doing it correctly. And that's how the emerging soul is. They need to borrow some confidence that yes, you're headed down the right path. Your body can handle this, stressor at work. Your body can handle this trip. Let's work together to create a plan to, in case something goes, off kilter, or to prepare for something. You still need a little bit of hand holding because you're not fully confident. So then once you get past that, you're riding your bike without the training wheels, you're, reading chapter books, and you're becoming the beautiful, vibrant soul. The vibrant soul is the 6th stage of gut rehab. It's the smallest section up at the top of that pyramid. And this person is just vibrant in their own skin. They're glowing. They're have this infectious energy. They're living their life's purpose and creating this big, beautiful vision that's going to turn into this legacy that they leave behind. They're making a deep impact in those around them. And notice, did I mention the gut anywhere in that description? No. And that is because if you think back down to the hot mess gut, that's all we talked about, right? That's all that person was thinking about. Whenever somebody transitions and transforms themselves into this vibrant soul, they're not thinking about their gut health all the time. Yes, they're doing things to protect their health and promote their health, but it's so that they can have the ability to go do this vision and purpose and create this legacy that they want to create, right? The shift goes from being inward focused and focused on your gut symptoms to outward. And that's what it's all about, right? Not everyone's going to get here. Not everyone's going to get here. And I hate saying that because I think that the world needs you. The world needs everybody and the gifts that everyone has to bring and share with it, and the impact and the inspiration that you can have. But this vibrant soul is something we can all aspire to become and work towards, right? And we're constantly growing and evolving. So even once we hit vibrant soul, we're still continuing to grow our vision and grow our impact and serve more people. So those are the 6 stages. So we've got, just to cap it up for you, hot mess gut, root cause researcher, short-sighted action taker, discouraged healer, emerging soul, and vibrant soul. So take a listen to this next series. There's going to be 6 more episodes going deeper into each of them. You can listen in order. Excuse me. There may be things that you pick up on that you can recognize in yourself. I would definitely say if one of these stood out to you as where you're at today, listen to that one first, and make sure you listen to the ones ahead of that so you know where you want to go, and listen to the ones behind it too, so that you know what to look out for. If you start kind of spiraling backwards, you can recognize it and take action against it to protect that growth and progress that you've made. So I hope this is helpful, and we'll be back with the hot mess gut next time.
Thank you so much for listening to the entire episode. I hope you are feeling inspired and empowered to take bold action towards your health goals. If you enjoy what you heard, don't forget to follow my show so you never miss a new episode. And it would mean the world to me if you left me a review so others knew what to expect from my show. Last, get in touch. Let me know what bold action you're taking. Let me know how you're inspired. Follow me on Instagram at the_healthygut_dietitian. I've put a link in my show notes for you so you can simply click and follow. Come say hi. I respond to all my messages, and I can't wait to get in touch.